So Miss Charity, I'm sorry for having kept you silent for this long. So again, I would like for you to introduce yourself and your business, and then tell us what does it take to run a tourism-based farm digitally? And does going digital give you access to customers that are, beyond Kenya?
Good afternoon. Trust that you're all well. We have some echo. I don't know, it's coming from your end?
Let me mute so that you can proceed.
Okay, cool, fantastic. So my name is Charity Githinji. I've been a practitioner in the tourism sector for the last 27 years. And our operations are basically within the East African region. And we have done a lot of work in tourism in terms of marketing, product development, mapping out of new sites, coming up with innovative products that will cater for the market. We have been using the digital space for a very long time in terms of reaching out to our customers, and that has helped us be able to work with people across the region. Currently, we are doing capacity building for the East African region on digital marketing, on product development. And most of our sessions are basically held online. We have very few face-to-face sessions. Marketing of the same is also done through the digital space. So what I would say is that, again, like Anne, we have a very lean staff. We don't have a lot of people, and we have invested in creating networks in the region and with other partners so that they can be able to deliver on our behalf sometimes. So we have grown through creating partnerships. A lot of people fear creating partnerships, but that should not be the case. Because through creating that partnership, you're able to grow your brand without you being there physically. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Charity. And other than, investing in network building, you've spoken about partnerships, and I've really had the same being said by the other speakers. And what I'm learning is that, one, having a digital presence is very key. Branding yourself is paramount, and of course, offering what you've promised is also, key to having a digital clientele that even grows through referrals. Miss Charity, so I would like to ask, because we've also seen that the tourism is a sector that has been driving some African countries, and how do you propose that these countries or other countries can use digitalization to propel that industry further?
This is a very interesting question, and more so now that post-COVID, you've seen a really big shoot where people are now using the digital space, one, to brand themselves, to be able to sell their products, and to be able to also map out new products. Because what has happened now, we are off now that season where we were concentrating on beach and bush. And what people now want is different experiences that have been created around culture and heritage, which is a big thing because, again, it has a direct impact on our communities. So if you look at UNWTO, that is what they're pushing for. If you look at many nations around the world, we're pushing for domestic and regional tourism. So using the digital space is no longer, I'd say it's no longer an option, you have to use it. So in the areas of branding yourself, marketing yourself, and also transactions across countries, more so when we are looking at the intra-Africa trade as well, and intra-Africa tourism, we need to recognize that to reach out to those particular markets, we need to use the digital space. So a lot of innovations are coming up around that realm. When we came up with KenyaBooking.com, we came up with a booking engine that works the same as bookings.com. We are right now at the beta testing stage, so we can be able to roll it out. But then again, you don't come up with a product that will serve you only at that particular time, but you come up with a product that is scalable. Such that if I go to a destination, I can be able to create an app that will give me information on that destination. I can also be able to create an app that has a lot of, I can be able to book for restaurants. If I want to go to the museum, I can be able to see which museums are around me. There are also other geo-mapping sites that have come up, and we'll be, partnering with them to see which way forward. The academia within Kenya especially has really been doing a lot of work on digitalization services. So those are people that you can be able to work with. The research that they've done is free. So one should not just sit back and say, I don't have information, because the information is there. Researchers have done the information and they want to share that information with you. If you look at the East African community, they've also done a lot of research and work on the digital space where tourism is concerned or where trade is concerned. And then again, what is everybody pushing for? Intra-Africa trade, intra-Africa tourism. How do you reach those markets? Through the digital space.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Charity. And that reminds me of an interaction I had with a foreigner where he is a biker. And in Kenya, we call them pikipikis. So he was impressed to see very many pikipikis in Kenya. And he said he would love to bring his biker friends into Kenya to interact with the pikipiki people. So I think what the solutions you're giving as a local or as an African offering the services through digital trade is that you have the ability to, go deeper and show the authentic African brand as an African person to the world. So thank you for encouraging us to, to build brands that are scalable and also to be authentic in what we offer. So thank you so much, Charity. Charity, I would request quickly for you to give us perhaps the impact of COVID on your business, and maybe just a quick advice on businesses that are doing service-based services locally. How can they, expand or digitally grow themselves?
All other sectors, tourism was negatively impacted by COVID. But that does not mean that because you've been affected by something, you sit back and do nothing about it. And that's why we encourage everybody to come on board and innovate, come up with innovative products. And most of those innovative products are closely knitted with the digital space. We cannot run away from that. So yes, COVID did affect our incomes for a period of time, but thereon we've now come up with innovative products. But one of the major challenges has been we are all at different levels within the African space in terms of the digital acceptance, in terms of marketing, in terms of knowledge on how to, come up with a new product. People are stuck up to the old ways of doing marketing, old ways of source markets. So currently we are trying to encourage people to stop looking at the old source markets or the old niche markets that we're always looking at, but also now look at what is within them, the low hanging fruits in terms of tourism. So I would say, yes, there's an effect, but there's also the positive side of that effect. And what I would suggest to people in the sector is go out there, innovate, come up with new products. Look at things that have a positive impact on the communities, and then also try and tie them up with SDGs, because the SDGs, the 17 SDGs, most of them closely tie up with tourism, and those affect the communities in a positive way. Yeah, so that's basically what we can say about the impact. Yes, it's there, but then there's always new ways of doing things, so you don't have to be stuck up in the old ways. Yeah.
Thank you, and especially for being succinct